What's the difference between a member and a customer? It's ownership.
A customer is just a transaction.
A member is somebody that gets to be involved.
The members, in this case, own us.
There's no stockholder, there's no shareholder.
We've got a board of trustees that provide direction to us.
We work for our members, that's all true. They're really great bosses.
If you own the company, you've got an interest in making sure things are done right.
They have a voice, they're heard.
When the members work together and they all do it for the common good, everyone is going to be better off.
The members are the lifeblood of the co-op itself, and without them, we wouldn't be here. We like to make sure we take care of them because they take care of us.
Not only do we provide electric service, we have fiber, we also have propane gas, and we have natural gas.
Not very many cooperatives can say that they offer all these services to their members, and it's all going out because our members needed it.
They really are looking to serve their consumer base.
I feel important as a member. I feel like my voice matters.
The history of electric cooperatives is that there was no other way to get electricity without the membership coming together.
Back in the 1930s, the for-profit utilities at the time either would not come out to the rural areas or they would charge an exorbitant amount of money to extend lines out to the areas.
That's how the rural co-ops were started, by farmers and people that lived out in the country, and they all grouped together.
They started this whole thing and they're entrusting us to carry through, and that's what we're doing. They're our primary focus.
Something I appreciate about Consolidated is they have been an early leader in trying to figure out how to bring broadband out to rural areas.
You know, that was wonderful. They didn't have to do that, but it sure helped our lives out in the rural community.
In 2017, we decided that if anybody was going to bring broadband to our members, it was going to have to be us, just like it was in 1936 with the electric energy.
When we first started getting into fiber, our needs and our desires at the time were to provide communications to our substations. Once we had that backbone, we were able to start deploying our fiber to the home service off of it.
We're the first cooperative in Ohio to tackle this.
If there's a newer, better way to do something, Consolidated's gonna do it first. They've never been a cooperative to sit in fear.
When you're the first at something, sometimes you're going to have a couple of hiccups along the way.
We had high expectations out of the gate and ran into some difficulties, so we had to scale things back.
Rising cost of material not arriving, like all of these things that you just can't prepare for.
We never really completely stopped building.
We were quiet, not idle.
During that time, we were able to fine-tune some things, get some processes in place.
We've continued to move forward. We're at a point now where we're even accelerating.
Started building out our mainline fiber, got it built, and then started announcing more just to a small pocket, hey, we're coming, with the intent that within 2 to 3 weeks we would have you connected.
They put up the lines. It was very quick, very efficient, and within a couple weeks they had us up and running on the fiber.
As we have figured out how to make this happen for our member owners, it's all been done without any funding from an outside source.
So it's all being handled within the cooperative. We're not receiving millions of dollars of grants.
This is really about going back to the core of our basic business model, and as you read about that, it's all about grit and sweat.
We have made it so that our members, no matter what part of the system they live in, are going to have access to somebody's service.
Been a part of the Consolidated for 37 years. Our internet was really slow. But now, I mean, our kids come over to download things. It's so fast.
We can now watch streaming movies. We have music piped throughout the whole house.
I couldn't have worked from home if I didn't have fiber, because I'm out on a farm.
When they depend on this service for their employment, for education, for medical needs, that high reliability becomes very, very important to them.
We have people that have never had an option to work from home. If they can get our fiber, they can have a career.
Everybody who has it loves it. They love the reliability of it. The 100 megs up, 100 megs down, they say you can't beat that anywhere around.
When they're saying, hey, this is the best thing, thank you so much for bringing fiber to my home, those are the things that we really work for.
Every day, we're seeking to have the most reliable service. We want to have a safe operation.
Safety here at Consolidated is forefront.
When it comes to investment, safety is so important.
They invest heavily in the best gear we can have to protect ourselves at all times, to make sure we all go home to our families every night.
Being a lineman is one of the most dangerous jobs you can have in the country.
You never know, there's been times I've been laying in bed all nice and warm and it's raining out, 32 degrees, and my phone rings and now I'm out working in it.
The folks that are out there in the snow and the rain and the ice, and they're trying to restore power for all of us, they're to be commended for the job they do.
It's always a good feeling when you restore power in a storm. I've been out in the field helping crews, and to see them turn that power back on and to see the lights come back on and not worry that the refrigerator's thawing out or they're in there freezing because they have no heat in the middle of winter, it's just a good feeling.
All of the money that comes in, it's either going to cover our operating costs, or it needs to make sure that we have sufficient investment in the field so that we have good, reliable power.
They're not making money on us. They're paying for what we use and all the resources that we have available to us. It's a no-brainer for people to look into different avenues to start saving now.
When their bill is high, there's lots of different things that we try to go through to help them figure out what may be causing the issue. We can offer them an energy audit.
This is my infrared camera, and what it does is detect by heat different images of how much heat's being lost through the home.
He goes through the house, takes all these pictures, he brings back all his findings to the office, puts together a big packet of information including copies of the pictures that he took, gives you a list of suggestions of things that you can do to improve the efficiency of your home.
It could be something as simple as insulation, it could be caulking around the windows or something to that effect.
We're all about lighting up our members' lives. We're here to make a difference, and we do that not only through the services that we provide, but by being a contributing member to the community as well.
Consolidated is community-minded and community-focused.
We're a trusted member of the community, and our membership will reach out to us just for about anything.
When we first moved here, my son was starting to play baseball, and we had some fields, and immediately I reached out to the current president of the co-op at that time. He was willing to put up telephone poles for us, to put backstops, work with us to future lighting of fields, all the different little things that he would do in a rural community to help our children play baseball and softball.
Almost all of us want the same thing. It's friendship, family, and community. With the co-op, it represents that.
The co-op is a very big sponsor of many different things, whether it's with the Chamber of Commerce or our Morrow County Fair. They are definitely big players in our community.
The reason we exist is to make it easier to live in our communities. So it makes good economic sense for us to participate in the communities and help make the communities an attractive place, because that attracts the business growth, and the business growth attracts the residential growth, and it's an upward spiral.
A lot of our attention does go to our youth and education and building up our future.
If you see our name on the back of a jersey, hopefully maybe we're even meeting a youth at that point and they're finding out what a co-op is at a young age.
It feels great to be a part of a company that wants to not only help the community, but build it as well.
If there's ever a community event or community crisis, Consolidated is there. We're like in it with you and we're solving with you. That's a really great feeling.
There's immense value to working for an organization like this.
It makes it a lot easier to roll out of bed in the morning and come into work knowing that I'm coming to do good things.
Every day that I go into work, I'm working for that community. I'm working for our members. Just bring the best service possible to them and reinvest in our community as best we can.